People have been using yeasts for thousands of years for fermentation of beer and wine and, of course, baking. The cornucopia project that started in 2010 aims to find new unexplored strains of yeast that can give new dimensions to food and beverages.
Our project one should mainly see as a kind of academic approach to finally understand what's going on with yeast now. Not only with flour, with the temperature, other components in bread, but also what exactly can yeast contribute with.
While there are many studies and publications on the role of yeasts in the production of beer and wine, there is little known about the role of yeast in baking.
It is a kind of black box, you know what you add: flour, salt, water, and then also yeast. We know that it provides bubbles of gas now, and that's why bread is soft and it's very tasty. But we have no idea what it does, for example, with the aroma, flavor part. With wine and with beer, you have some expectations what a yeast should be now, and then you can do some experiment and then you can get something out. Here it's really unpredictable, and it's funny, if you look in the literature, there is practically no data about different yeasts in baking. We went to Bornholm now to see the island, but we also wanted to do some work within our Cornucopia EU project. People from Bornholm who want to develop different interesting food products to attract tourists to Bornholm. They invited us and we prepared our yeast, and well, we sailed over and started baking now. This is quite a new thing for me, baking now.
Men då är kallar det för strange eller?
We tried 12 different yeasts or yeast combinations, and we produced 12 or 13 loaves, I think. Well, we did not like normally bakers do. We were very precise, so we tried to put exactly 2 milligrams how much yeast we added, also how much flour. So we were a big fan, I think, for the local bakers there. And we put everything down what we did, and then overnight it was at room temperature and yeast was breathing and bread was raising. Not all of them now, so in a single case we didn't get anything out, not a real dough, but we got a kind of concrete mixture which was not really edible. But in most cases then when we put the doughs into the oven, did baking, and invited a few other people now for the tasting, we got some interesting results now. So we could see that yeast really can contribute to aroma part now. I think in most cases, I think that there was practically no difference with the commercial yeast you can buy in supermarket. But in some cases, yes, I think in one case we got a kind of nut-like taste, a bit smoky. Also in one case we got something quite unpredictable for bread now. Not unpleasant, but something what you wouldn't really, kind of like a little bit of smelling of fruit fermentation now in bread. So like a bread you would need to use marmalade on, I don't know. No. The most important thing is that actually everything was edible now, and there were differences, so that means it's worth continuing. These yeasts, even if they are all yeasts now, they are quite different from each other. They have million years of evolution behind them now, so those were big differences. So I hope now we'll continue with our collaboration there, and they are building a food house there in Gudhjem on Bornholm. They haven't started building yet, but the activities are already there. So I think they will invite us again, and we'll do even more experiments now. And then we also want that more people come and taste, and then we can slowly try to understand also what are the yeast genes behind successful or unsuccessful baking now.